Hello everybody and welcome back to a fantastic tech edition of Smart Robots Review. I'm your host Elias, and on this episode I'm reviewing smart home technology, specifically the U-Bolt Ultraloq, a Bluetooth enabled keypad deadbolt lock by California-based U-Tec, that's U-Tec. So we will unbox it, install it, and talk about the features, pros, and cons. Is this the next great smart home enhancement for your home? Stay with me and we'll find out.
Welcome to Smart Robots Review.
Smart home technology has been around for decades and never more relevant than today. Weekend warriors enhance their homes with smart cameras, thermostats, lighting, assistants, and why not, locking mechanisms. Like this one, the U-Bolt Ultraloq. In the box, it comes with instructions. This is the interior assembly. Pretty solid feel. Matte black finish. Yep, pretty smooth. Definitely feels very solid. There's a little connector here in the back. No rough edges. This is the bridge. It's a way of connecting your smart lock to the internet. We'll talk about that later. This is the exterior assembly. The keypad, beautifully machined and sharp looking. In the back you have the connector cable here. I'm sure that attaches to the interior assembly like we talked about. That was the interior assembly mounting plate. You come with the keys. There's the strike, the bolt. Yeah, everything you need. Oh, this is interesting. It also has a screwdriver, so it comes with its own tools. So let's talk about placement. I'm going to be installing this lock on an external facing door. First, of course, you got to remove what's there. I have a pretty standard Schlage deadbolt. The parts are pretty industry standard. They'll just slide in. Should fit most doors. Now, the instructions were really nice, easy to understand, but I'm a visual guy, so I watched a U-Tec installation video, which was very easy to follow, easy to understand. So follow the instructions very carefully. I mean, it is a pretty standard installation of the door, except for some of these pieces here, like you gotta make sure the cable goes under the deadbolt right here. And I have to say, installation was pretty straightforward. It took me about 15 minutes to complete it from beginning to end. So even though this is an electronic lock, make sure the mechanical parts work well, so test them thoroughly. U-Tec was kind enough to include batteries, although I did use my own. I wanted something a little more higher grade. The lock came with 2 keys. They were nicely cut, no issues. Keys went in right away, really easy, in and out. But that's not why you buy the lock, right? You buy it because it's a smart lock. It has a keypad, it's got some intelligence to it. You can lock the door with the press of one button. So let's talk about the features and the app itself. So to download the app, go to the App Store or Android Store, type in U-Tec, download that app. And this is important to know. You can install this lock and utilize its full app and internet features, or you don't have to. You can use it as a standalone lock with the ability to lock the door with the press of one button, to unlock the door with your personal key code, and my favorite feature, it has by default a setting that will lock the door automatically after 30 seconds, which you can turn off if you don't like that, or you can customize it to be longer, but definitely a great feature to have for those busy households out there. Now what you're seeing me here, I'm installing the application, configuring it, following the instructions, pretty standard stuff. It walks you through it. It's very easy. I love the look of this lock, especially what they call the anti-peep keypad. So let's say you have your neighbors in there looking at you, entering your code every day to enter your home. Well, they have a feature where you can enter any number of random digits, and as long as the right code, the right secret code is in there, for example, let's say your code is 3333. Let's say I can enter 1, 2 in the front, completely random, then 3333 in that sequence, and then some other numbers after that. The lock will recognize your code and will unlock the door. That's a pretty awesome feature. Really love that. So as soon as I install the application, I noticed the firmware needed to be upgraded. This is the software of the internal hardware. You want to do that first. I highly recommend it. It takes maybe 30 to 60 seconds. Now your phone connects to the Deadbolt via Bluetooth. It supports Bluetooth 4.0. But let's say you're away from home. You want to access the full feature set of this Deadbolt. Well, then you need to install the Ultraloq bridge that came with the kit. It's really easy to install. I recommend just taking care of that right away. Just install it. So you watch me here. I unlock the door with my private key code. You can lock the door by pressing the button again. And if you forget to lock the door, it will lock it automatically, which is really nice. And for those of you that love using apps, using the app, you can lock and unlock the door by pressing a button or by shaking your phone. If you enable this feature, when you're close enough to the door, you can shake your phone left to right. It will establish a Bluetooth connection and unlock the door automatically. Or even better, set the system to full automatic. So the app has an auto unlock feature. Auto unlock will use your phone's GPS to unlock your door automatically when you're within about 1,000 feet or 300 meters of your door. That's really useful, especially if you're coming home and you're fumbling for keys, if you have your kids and groceries in your hands. Certainly not a feature for everybody, but a great feature to have. I found that the Ultraloq U-Bolt gave me unprecedented control over who accesses this door and when. You can create accounts for everybody who accesses the door. You can create notifications to let you know when the door is accessed, who is accessing it, and what is the status of the actual Deadbolt. One feature I want to make sure we talk about is the e-key capability. So via the app, you can give a temporary electronic key to a guest or somebody who's going to be servicing your home. And when they use that key, that information will also be tracked in the logs that are available in the app. And the logs is simply a listing of everybody who's accessed your home, when they accessed, how they accessed, who accessed it. And if you're wondering about the battery life, they should last about a year based on normal usage. And you're going to get a warning before the batteries run low. The lock will flash 3 times along with 3 beeps when the lock is activated, letting you know that the batteries need to be replaced. And if the batteries do run out, you can still use the lock with the actual keys. You won't be locked out. Last but not least, not everybody has an Alexa or a Google Assistant, but if you do, you should be happy to know that you can unlock and you can check the status of your door using those assistants. There's also integration with the If This Then That application, so you can create some smart home combinations that suit your lifestyle. For example, when the kids come home, you can have the lights turn on automatically, or your smart thermostat adjust the temperature. It's your choice. Alright, so let's summarize some of the features I really liked about this door lock. So, the most obvious one, you can access your door without keys. How nice is that? It can detect your presence and unlock the door, or you can shake your phone, or you can use the touchpad. Really nice. And if I forget to lock my door, it will lock it for me. Even better. And what's more, with the application, you have unprecedented control over who enters your home and when. You can give that access to friends and family from anywhere in the world. That is pretty awesome. And let's look at the lock itself. I thought it felt very sturdy. It was very easy to install, and it came with this great satin nickel finish, but it's also available in black. I love what this Ultraloq does. I love using it, but there are some concerns I want to share with you. Let's start off with the bridge. It only supports routers that support 2.4 gigahertz. Many of the newer routers support only 5 gigahertz. So I think this is something that U-Tec needs to work on in the future. Also, let's look at the price of the unit. It retails at $199. It is available right now on $159.99 on Amazon and on their website. But my feedback to U-Tec would be, why don't we leave out the batteries and the screwdriver? They're truly unnecessary. Most weekend warriors have at least a screwdriver laying around and batteries in the utility drawer. Perhaps a few dollars can be saved by leaving those things out and maybe transfer those savings to the customer. Overall, I love the Ultraloq U-Bolt by U-Tec, U-TEC. This is a great innovative company that designs their own products, markets them, and I think they did a fantastic job here. I want to thank U-Tec for sending me the Ultraloq to review, and I want to thank you guys for watching this fantastic tech edition of Smart Robots Review. Until next time, take care.